GetConnected Media is joining us on this holiday Monday with some of the big tech stories that are making news today. And this one is huge. Hootsuite, which we know is based in Vancouver, could be sold.
That's right. So Hootsuite's been around for about 10 years. If people haven't heard of it, it's basically like a social media management tool. So a lot of businesses use it. So if you want to make a post on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and LinkedIn, you can do it all with inside Hootsuite. So they are huge. 16 million people use it. The top 80% of the top Fortune 1000 companies are already using Hootsuite. So they got some big clients.
Okay.
Even the White House. Well, I don't know about Trump White House, but Obama White House,
White Houses.
They were using Hootsuite as well. So they're actually looking to get a sale. And I think the reason why, Sonia, is the fact that social media and Facebook and the privacy concerns, we're talking about it almost every week. And so they're kind of getting worried, like, where is this going?
Interesting. What might that mean for the business with it being based in Vancouver?
Well, they have a lot of investment capital going into it from venture capitalists. And so I think what they're doing is they're trying to figure out, should we cash out right now? Because they're currently being valued at $750 million. They were hoping to get a $1 billion valuation and then maybe go public. But as, like I said, with the social media and all this different, so much uncertainty going on, that they're starting to think maybe we should consider maybe a sale, because it's going to be a big player, like a Google or a Salesforce is going to buy a Hootsuite because they got the clients as well.
Yeah, changing times.
That's right.
And a Bloomberg report is raising some pretty big concerns, suggesting that Chinese spies have been implanting computer chips.
Yeah, and this is for their servers. So any type of company like Amazon, Apple is using servers for iCloud or the Amazon Web Service. Now, the motherboards on there, Bloomberg is reporting that a company that is getting their chips and everything manufactured in China, through the supply chain, the Chinese government, through their Liberation Army, they have a division of just for cyber, that they have planted little tiny chips inside there so they can basically find information from their various clients. Now, both Apple and Amazon are denying this, but of course you would deny this if it was happening. But it really raises concerns because of the trade war that's going on between the U.S. and China. You're starting to see more and more of this espionage happening, on the back end. And so there's a lot of concern.
That is definitely very scary.
Yeah.
Now, this is a story that will affect the everyday person. And this is about passwords, because it looks like default passwords are being outlawed in California very soon.
Yeah, this is a great move by California. So anytime you get a connected device, whether it's a webcam or one of the smart home products, they typically have a default password when you log in. And it's usually like admin and then password. Now, you have the chance of changing it, but what we're finding is most people aren't. And then that allows hackers to just guess and say, okay, I bet you your password is admin and password, your login details.
Awful.
And then they have a back way in. And so a lot of these infiltrations has happened because of that. So California is saying you're not allowed to do that to the manufacturers, that when somebody's installing it, they have to change their passwords right away. And if in the event that a company doesn't adhere to that and a customer gets hacked, they can sue that company because they did not follow California's laws.
Wow.
So hopefully we'll see this run across North America, not in just California, because that's going to be really hard to implement.
Yeah.
But if the companies start to realize that you can't do that anymore, that you need to start allowing people to change their passwords at the time they're setting up that device.
All right. Now let's take a look at the device that you have here for us today. It's called Reminder Rosie. And who is it for?
This is really, I would say, catered to seniors or caregivers, because what it does is it gives you voice reminders, not in the sense of Siri or Google, in someone's actual voice. So if you're a spouse and you want your husband or wife to take their medication at the same time every day, you can set a reminder on Reminder Rosie, and for a specific time, and in your own voice, they will hear you nagging about taking their medication. So you can set up about 25 reminders. You can do everything from, just simple, like you have a doctor's appointment, don't forget your grandson's birthday on this day, and then it will just remind you, and it doesn't even have to connect to the internet, which makes it super easy.
Should we try it out here?
Okay, let's try it out.
Okay, you go for it.
Hello, Reminder Rosie.
Please say a command.
What day is it?
Today is Wednesday, January 1st.
That's not... Okay, I did not set the date before we went
That's
live.
called default date.
Yes, that's right.
All right. What else could you ask Rosie?
Well, you can do a variety of different things. So any kind of voice reminder, and it'll just store it inside there. So if you need to take medication at a certain time, this is perfect for somebody.
And then it's great. Like you said, you can record it in your own voice. So for a loved one, it's a little bit more familiar.
And they find that if they hear it in their loved one's voice, they're more likely to comply as opposed to Siri or Google saying that.
And where can you get that?
You can buy this on Staples online. You could also go online on their website and have different distributors, but I know Staples sells it, Amazon as well.
Fantastic. Reminder Rosie. Andy, thanks so much for joining us.
My pleasure.